Two things in property you can't replicate: position and innovation. We're on the new Golden Mile in Estepona, and this is Tyrian Residences. Minutes from Marbella, a one-of-a-kind concept which you would normally only see in places such as Dubai. 40 high-end apartments and penthouses with 5-star facilities and service, but here, each residence has uninterrupted sea views, and on a clear day as today, with these incredible views, we can almost see Morocco.
Is that Alexis? Shouldn't he be in the office?
Today, Mary and I will cover everything about Tyrian Residences. The location, the building, the residences themselves, the unique service model behind Tyrian, the current pricing, and our thoughts as to why this is an outstanding project. If you want to stay up to date on the property market in Marbella and the Golden Triangle on the Costa del Sol, make sure to subscribe below. We're MP Properties and Hamptons International. This is what we do. Let's start with the location. Tyrian is on the east of Estepona, around a 10-minute walk to the city center. By car, you're around 20 minutes to Puerto Banús, with Marbella Center 25 minutes away, and then Malaga Airport 55 minutes away. So what makes this address special is it's in a section called the New Golden Mile. It's actually a corridor going from San Pedro de Alcántara to Estepona. And what defines that area is that it has a calmer pace. It's lower density, meaning also there's more options for properties near the beach and also even frontline than you would find in Marbella. A key point in the area would be, for example, Villa Padierna, a 5-star resort-style hotel with an impressive 18-hole golf course, just 15 minutes from Tyrian. Talking about golf courses, there are over 9 of them within the 20-minute radius of Tyrian, such as Alcaidesa, Finca Cortesin, and many more. Now, if you're into yachting, you have Puerto Banús, Estepona Marina, Sotogrande Marina, all 3 as great options for various types of yachts. And when it comes to international schools, there's over 7 of them within the 25-minute radius of Tyrian. Now, I'll let Mary explain about Estepona a little bit.
Estepona itself is known as the Garden of the Costa del Sol. It's got an old town full of life, restaurants, and it has a marina. It really still feels like a Spanish coastal town, and most importantly, it works all year round. The town hall has invested heavily in the city's infrastructure over the last decade, which has been very noticeable for us, and the property values have risen over 40% in the last 5 years based on the notary data for average price per square metre sold.
Now, Mary, there's also the boulevard in front of Tyrian.
Yeah, one thing that the developer did that almost no one talks about is they actually redesigned the street itself together with the town hall. The entire stretch fronting Tyrian now has noise-reducing asphalt, speed-sensitive lighting, and pedestrian-first landscaping with smart irrigation. So they're actually calling it the Smart Boulevard.
Let's talk about the building itself.
When you first see the building in person, you immediately understand this is something different. The facade is curved, which is actually inspired by the Mediterranean coastline. My first thought when I saw the building was, where have all the shops and the ground floor offices gone? It's unheard of for a developer to give up commercial units at street level. At Tyrian, they took that decision consciously, and the result is that the building sits above 3,000 square metres of private landscape gardens. So from the road, it appears to float, and that means absolute privacy for the owners. It's going to be a landmark building, and that's intentional. And what I would consider important, the team behind Tyrian really matters. Prestige Expo have been doing ultra-prime residential on this coast for over 20 years. They're the ones responsible for Villa Cullinan in La Zagaleta. They have other projects in Cascada de Camochan and the Reserva del Calcuscus. The builders, Bonifacio Solis, is one of the long-time builders in Marbella, have delivered 7,800 high-end homes, over 720 projects on the Costa del Sol.
The architect is Udizine, a Ukrainian studio with over 60 international awards, more than 1,000 projects under their belts, and this is their first project of this kind in Spain.
I'm just going to say something, guys. Have a look around you. Based on the fact of the development sites that we've been involved in the past with your father, Oscar, and everything, I'm blown away by the cleanliness, how this site is well run. But when you see a site run like this, you know that everything is going to be absolutely first quality.
Oh, God,
no doubt about it.
No doubt.
The building actually has 5 vertical sections. Each section has a residential lift, then 2 lifts for the penthouses, and then an independent lift for the service lift. And this, as I said, is repeated 5 times across the whole building. And Mary, what else stands out for you?
Something else that's entirely new to the coast is the focus on wellness, biohacking, and longevity. Tyrian is built to the WELL certification guidelines. It's one of the very few buildings in Spain to do so. So actually, in practice, that means air purification throughout, filtered water at every point, circadian lighting calibrated to natural rhythms and non-toxic materials. The building is designed to improve how you feel in it. It also holds an A-level energy certificate. So in today's world, whether we like it or not, security and privacy matter enormously to buyers, and the developers have made it singular. You've got single gated entry, number plate recognition, a 24/7 team on site, laser perimeter detection, and guests come in through a QR code system. But it never feels like a checkpoint when you're home. It's easy.
One interesting piece of history, actually, also, it's where the name comes from. During the site preparations, the builders found Roman ruins, and beneath those they found Phoenician remains. This coastline was actually once a Phoenician settlement somewhere between the 8th and 6th century BC, and they produced Tyrian purple here, a dye so rare it became the color of emperors, shipped from this coast to the city of Tyre in Lebanon.
You know, I love that they went looking for something with a genuine meaning rather than just picking a name at random. That's really cool.
That's true. Let's go inside the residence.
Okay, well, let me explain the layout of the building. So Tyrian has 5 distinct resident types, and they're actually quite different from each other. First, we have the Tyros apartments, which are 3 bedrooms, 280 to 300 square meters approx. They're right in the middle. They've got a central position in the building, and that's the show house. Then we have the Finica. They are corner units on the floors 1 to 3, 4 bedrooms, 420 to about 440 square meters. The corner position gives them sea views to the south and along the side. And the east wing looks towards La Concha Mountain, the west wing along the Estepona coastline. There are 3 types of penthouses on the top floor. The Purpura is the central penthouse. It's 3 bedrooms, 400 square meters, and it's the most accessible entry to the penthouse level. Then we have Ciro, which is also 3 bedrooms, but it's a little bigger at 620 to 660 square meters, and it has a private covered solarium. Finally, we have the big boys, the 2 Melkart corner penthouses, 4 bedrooms, 865 square meters, the 2 largest residences in the building. They're on the east and the west corners. All the penthouses have direct lift access, and the penthouses have something exceptional. It's actually like something out of a James Bond movie.
So the penthouses and duplex penthouses have their own supercar garages, which are up to 200 square meters and up to 5 cars, plus private lift straight up to your penthouse. And look at the size of this.
Every apartment goes from front to back also, as we said. Sea to the south, mountains to the north. The show flat is at Tyros. Let's go inside and you'll see for yourself.
First thing we notice is ceiling to floor doors. And check out the thickness of this. With a lovely walnut finish and automatic locking mechanism. Second thing here is we have a service entrance separate from everything. So all your food delivery, cleaning, everything can be completely separate and isolated so you don't even notice it. Then we have beautiful built-in wardrobes, and this is all done by Polyform, which I have to say the details, the level of quality that they've gone for is really outstanding. Let's step into the living room and get a full feeling for this show flat. You have a beautiful open plan kitchen,
And the number one thing, of course, is you have the uninterrupted views straight out to the sea in front of you. So looking into the kitchen, this has all been done by Polyform. We can see this with the cabinetry because it's been very, very well done. I love the details in it. The feel of the wood is fantastic, and the lighting everywhere. You have your extraction fan. All the appliances here are by Gaggenau, including with the hidden fridge and your hidden freezer. Plenty of storage space all around as well. Also, when it comes to the kitchen, what's really nice is we're having the travertine finishes again. Now, the other thing that's noticeable as well is the ceiling height. This is 2.7 meters in height. I mean, I'm a tall person and there's still quite a lot of space here, so you're not feeling cramped. Another point as well is you're not seeing one column. Look at the terrace. So you have 5 meters in depth and not one column can be seen, so you're having full unobstructed views. The other thing also is triple glassed windows. So there is no noise whatsoever. Let's move on in this unit. And what we're also seeing is the air filtration everywhere. And I noticed before, this is actually the air sensor. It's one of the things here in Tyrian is for the well-being certificate is to make sure that the air quality is of high standards. So everything can be measured and seen to make sure you're having good air quality. One of the other elements as well is there's a Bang & Olufsen sound system throughout the whole unit. Now, let's go through and see the bedrooms. Check out this for the walk-in wardrobe. One of the details that I just noticed earlier is these lines are actually made because this can be moved exactly as you want it. So if, let's say your wife is having a gala dress, well, no problem. We can have this removed very quickly. And if you want to have this higher or lower as you want it, so the whole walk-in wardrobe can be refitted as you need it. And we're having a large amount of wardrobe space, all done as fitted by Polyform, as we talked about earlier. Look at these gorgeous lighting as well everywhere. Very nice details. Moving on to this section here, we're having the bathroom. And one thing I wanted to point out that I just learned is that we have on one side here is supposed to be a beauty station, but as well, it can be fitted onto the other side in the bathroom, depending on the choice. Then you have your bath, view straight to the sea with the blinds, double vanity, the Jessie fixtures as we talked about before, your walk-in shower and your separate loo as well. And check out the tones that they're using everywhere in here. I really like the combination of the color tones, the materials, everything has been very, very, very well chosen. And on top of everything else, you're having sea views straight from your main bed. You can't get that everywhere, I can tell you that. Moving on to the second bedroom, we have beautiful natural light looking towards the Sierra Bermeja mountain range. And check out these built-in wardrobes. Again, Polyform everywhere, very nicely done. Gorgeous subdued lighting everywhere. And one of the things to take note of in the design here is the choice of color palettes. Each room has a slight distinction, but everything flows super, super well together. So the terrace in this bedroom connects to the third bedroom and travertine finishes again, but we can see is the water drainage between the tiles. It's a really nice detail that basically everything is very minimalistic, but at the same time functional. Now, the amenities. This is what really gives Tyrian its edge. You have on-site 21 staff, rotating shifts year-round, and everything runs through the Tyrian app. Reservations, deliveries, requests, guest access.
This is the part that's the hardest to convey on paper. For buyers who haven't seen this model before, it takes a moment. It's a first for southern Spain. This isn't just a concierge desk at the entrance. It's a full hospitality operation running in the background of your life. It's like having a 5-star resort combined with a private members club vibe.
The amenities take up 1,700 square meters on a dedicated level. The spa is 700 square meters and it has a 23-meter heated indoor pool, a dry sauna, a Finnish sauna, hammam, water jet showers, a relaxation room with a fireplace and a detox bar. There's even a techno gym, a Pilates reformer studio, a yoga studio, a massage room, and a beauty salon. And beyond the spa, a culinary experience room, a professional grade kitchen for private dinners, cooking classes, and chef-led evenings. And there's more. A private cinema, a golf simulator, a meeting room for when you do have to work. For families, there's even a separate heated kids pool and a 50 square meter children's playroom with a PS5. There's even a chauffeur lounge, guest parking, and dry car wash. Then, the rooftop, a 17.5 meter infinity pool and 2 barbecue areas, bookable through the app. The chef prepares the ingredients beforehand. You just show up, basically. And the penthouses have direct access to the rooftop. And I suspect there will be quite a queue of friends angling for an invitation because views from up there are something else.
And to add to that, let's go through what else is available to the residents at Tyrian. You have the reception, the concierge, valet and security, the 24/7 backbone of the building.
And check out the communal ground areas. All of this is 2,000 square meters space, which is all just for the community, for the owners. We're having over 4 meters in height here. And this is where the concierge is going to be and sea views in front of you.
And after that, a la carte, you can avail of extra services such as in-home cleaning, private chefs, transport, events. Your residence and car can be prepared before you arrive. You got golf tee times handled, airport transfers sorted, all handled through one point of contact. You can even have room service from the Malva Beach Club delivered to your apartment. That's the beach club across the street. Tyrian, it's an ultra-prime bespoke apartment building, so it stands to reason that holiday lets aren't permitted. So there's no Airbnb, no Booking.com, nothing of that kind. Of course, long-term rentals are allowed and they can be managed through the administration or privately. The community here is intentionally select. There's no high turnover occupancy, no strangers in the lifts, just the owners, their families and their guests. So Oscar, I'm curious, what's the pricing like here?
Well, the pricing is going between 3.5 million to 7.6 million of what's available currently. There's the 3 Tyros apartments at 3.5 million. And then the Phoenicia 4-bedroom apartments, they're at just over 4 million. And then when it comes to the penthouses, we have the Tyros, which are available at just over at 6.3 million, if I'm correct. And then finally the Melkart, the really big one at 860 square meters, that's at 7.6 million currently.
So that's what's left.
That's what's left.
The others
exactly.
have already been sold.
Exactly.
Okay. So of the penthouses, there are only 2 are gone. Well, actually 3 are gone.
Yes, correct. You have one of the Mercats, a big, large one is already gone. The
corner one's gone.
The corner
yeah.
one of the corner one's gone. So there's one corner one left.
And what about the payment structure?
So the payment structure is flexible. 50,000 euros reserves a residence, 20% at the private purchase contract, 40% staged through construction, and the balance at handover. And also, let's be straight about the prices. Tyrian costs more per square meter here than your average in the new Golden Mile. But the thing is, we're paying here for the location, frontline position, the service model, and the build quality behind it. If you're comparing price per square meter against the standard builds in the area, it won't compare.
Yeah, from my point of view, I would have said on the investment side of it, Tyrian is already 60% sold. 24 of the 40 residents are gone. There are no more frontline plots left in this area. The land simply isn't there anymore, which keeps the values steady. And buying off plan during construction is the secure way in. By the time the building is delivered, the buyers will typically have seen the value move in their favour. And Estepona today is where Marbella was 10 years ago, and it's heading the same way.
And how many units have we got available left right now?
Well, actually, there's only 16 residences left, and completion is set for summer 2027. So it's pretty likely that Tyrian is going to be sold out this year.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So who is this actually for? What's the right buyer?
Well, I would have said Tyrian are for discerning buyers. They're buying a primary or a second home in a prime location. They want villa scale space without the maintenance that comes with a standalone villa. They don't want any staff to hire, no repairs, no gardeners, and the Tyrian service model removes all of that.
If being first line matters to you, walking out to the promenade, sea in front, mountains behind you, and you want that permanently, there are very few buildings on the coast that can give you that.
It suits people who want their time back. If you'd rather run your own villa, that's a different purchase. But Tyrian is for the buyer who wants to close the door, walk away, and everything is taken care of.
If you're interested, get in touch. We can arrange a private viewing of the show flat. The full brochure is available on request. Links are below in the description. And remember, when it comes to your home, it's always personal.